All right. Good afternoon. My name is Hector, and this is my week 9 coding assignment. We are coding a war card game this week. So for this game, I have three classes. I have my class of deck, which is going to hold 52 cards. The cards are going to have the suit, the rank, and the values. So each card is going to be worth like one if it's ace, two if it's two, and so on. It's going to have the methods of being able to shuffle, and it's going to be able to create a deck. That's going to be for my deck class. For my players class, it's going to have a name, a score, place to hold the score, and then a place to hold each player's hand. And then we're going to have a game class. For the game class, there's going to be a way to instantiate everything. So it's going to be able to run the methods for creating a deck and shuffling a deck. It's also going to give the hand to each player. They're going to play the game, and it's going to have a way to compare each value. So that way each player gets a point depending on who has the higher value card. So here we have the deck class. Here we have an array to hold the actual deck. The rank starts from ace to king, and we have the different suits. For the first method, create deck, it's going to run through a loop. It's going to grab the heart property. Then it's going to run a second time, so it could grab the ace property. And in here, it's going to console log, for instance, the ace of hearts, the two of hearts, and so on until we get the whole deck. So it's going to create a whole deck from ace to king and every one of the suits. For shuffle deck, it's going to loop through the array where we're holding deck, and it's going to randomize it. So that way we get a shuffle deck. So that's how we get a deck and then a shuffle deck. For the game class, we're going to have two different properties. We have a player one property, which is going to hold the name, the score, and then an empty array for the hand. That way we could split the 52 cards to each player evenly. So it's, I think, 26 cards. And then they're able to each have a hand to play the game. In the play game, um, method. Oh yeah, this is in the same method. So in this method, we're going to instantiate the ability to create a deck and to shuffle a deck. Once that's done, this loop right here is going to basically push a it's basically gonna push one into a player's hand. So it's gonna push one to one person's hand and then push another one to another person's hand. So this way it's gonna evenly split the 52 cards to each player with this method right here. This loop, as the game is being played, you're gonna get a hand. You're gonna get basically a card from one player with a certain value and a card from a second player with a certain value. Here, this is gonna compare players one value to players two value. If player one has a larger value, depending on the card that they play, they're gonna get a point. And here's gonna log player one's card, player two's card, the the winning card for player one, and it's gonna log the score. Here you're gonna have the same thing. However, it's gonna be if player two, if their card is higher than player one's card, it's gonna log each player's card, and player two is gonna score a point if it's bigger. If they end up being the same, it's gonna log a tie right here. There's not gonna be any points. Right here at the very end, this is gonna keep track of the winner. So at the end of I want to say 26 turns, whenever the deck is done playing, um, you'll be able to see if player one has the higher score. It's going to have the final score for each player and log player one as the winner. Same thing for player two. And then in the rare event that it's a tie, it'll be right here. And this is going to start the game right over here. So to see it in action, we have it right over here on the left side or on the right side. We go to the console. I ran it earlier, but let's clear it and refresh it. So here you can see it's ran through. Each player has a card. Each player has a random card with different values. It compares the values and it gives player one the point, and it has the current score for each player. The next round is player two, and it goes like that. Let's see if we have a tie in this one. Looks like there's a tie right here, almost towards the end of the game. So here's the case. If it's a tie, they both get an ace. And at the very end, it looks like player one wins with the final score of 15 points over 10. And that is my assignment. Thank you so much.